1, 2, 3 years, academic curriculum becomes archaic.
My name is Joseph Odoekwu of the Innovation Hub of the Federal University of Technology Alumni Lagos chapter. This afternoon we'll be talking about the pursuit of exponential development. With me at the studio are these great people who will be doing justice to it. On my right, I'll be having
Engineer Chikwedu.
Also,
my name is Ndukwe Osogho-Ajala.
Collins Opara.
Ejayeriese.
Phyllis Ekwerike.
Okay, thank you. We really need to get started, but before we get started, we need to ask a question. What do we actually mean when we say exponential development? And I think I'll get started with Ndukwe.
We are beginning to look at how we can move the development from a point of starting to a point of leapfrogging into something that can explode, because we have stayed back for too long and we need to wake up and fly, not wake up to walk.
Okay, so talking about explosion, moving to that level, sir, what do you think should be done?
Well, I think that topic really fits well with the theme of this biannual lecture series. Remember, we started this lecture series some years ago. This is about the fourth or the fifth one, if I remember, sixth one. Like my colleague said, we need to leapfrog, really to catch up. How do we catch up is what we really need to figure out. We are not lacking in manpower. We have the resources. Thank God for universities like the FUTO, University of Technology, and I'm glad the person that's going to be talking this year really on the topic is one of us that have made name worldwide, and you hear more about them. So really, we need to leapfrog. There are several ways that you can do that, which I'm sure the lecturer is going to give a lot more detail about.
China have considered weapons in their course of this particular venture. Do you think such things should also be considered in Nigeria?
Well, when he said China, I want to believe that we are looking at the harnessing of a culture of a people to bring about development. Nigeria should be looking at how to apply, because our understanding of technology is that you apply scientific innovations to solve problems. So how do we, FUTO, Federal University of Technology, now position ourselves in such a way that we look at the sciences and apply them to solve problems of Nigeria? For instance, now, you cannot look at Nigeria and say you want to copy China in the area of production, because globalists now say that no country can reproduce what China did.
Why we do this is to show that university education actually is not just about people getting paper qualifications that they take and walk about on the street looking for employment. That you can actually look for a problem in a segment of the society and proffer solutions.
Now we are throwing it back to the academic, and this with us at this studio now we have the chairman of the FUTO Alumni Lagos chapter. Now, you and the association Lagos chapter, what are you taking back to FUTO as an institution to meet up with the standard so that this could be combated in the future?
I think I need to do a little bit of recap, and like he said, the theme is Nigerian Quest for Development, Technological Fast Tracking, and the topic this year is the Pursuit of Exponential Development, which was chosen actually by the speaker, Professor Ndukwe Osogho-Ajala, who is a multiple patent holder in electronics, one of those who designed the accelerometer that is used in iPhone as we speak. And he has done a lot. And the topic first is something again that we said that after this particular lecture, we're going to be taking some action items out of it and pushing it back to the university. Through that, we are going to also be looking at how the university can provide necessary support to her students. Just like he said, that we need to be looking at what the universities are doing, what the professors are doing, and seeing whether these things they are doing are providing needed solutions for the environment that we exist, not to do this research and drop it on the shelf. And also, you can imagine that we will have issues like transcript, we have issues like result record and all those stuff. These things are not rocket sciences. These things are things that you can pick tools from somewhere, and by the time you drop it in the university and begin to use those tools, you have leapfrogged your development in the university from the start as well. And again, you talked about curriculum development. Now, curriculum development is going to be very difficult, but that is also the reasons why we said we need to even begin to take leadership in the university community, like being in the council, like what we have done by pushing the people who think are the right kind of people in the board of trustees, and begin to look at what our universities are doing. Because if they are not doing the right thing, then it means that we didn't even go to a good institution, and that's also part of the things we want to do to ensure that we play our part in this pursuit for exponential development.
Okay, now I still want us to go back to FUTO as an institution, and maybe this time I'm going to redirect it to the only female here. This institution is naturally known to be a school that is more of boys' high school, unquote, boys' high school. And in trying to pursue this now, Felix, put yourself in the position of the females today. How do you think they can fit into this? Or do you think it's something the females won't be able to cope with?
I think it's something, thank you so much for the question. I think it's something that the females will actually embrace, because everybody, just like change is constant, growth is inevitable. Everybody is growing. The fact that one has been able to say that I would go to school, I want to have something, I want to know something, shows that one wants to grow, whether female or male. And then the society we found ourselves makes it inevitable for everybody to, improve yourself. So I believe that the female, when they see what's going on, when they see what they can achieve, what unit wants, what all of us can come together and achieve, they would embrace it. And then technologically, we can bring in our own suggestions and our ideas.
It might not be known to you, and let me just add, the female by creation has some unique strengths that a lot of men don't have.
Sure.
By nature, they are very careful. They are more resilient, you might not know that. If you go into areas where you have research laboratories, where a lot of carefulness and focus is in place, go take a look at them. You see a lot of females out there really doing most of those very careful detail assembly.
The FUTO Alumni Biennial Lecture is the 6th in the series since 2006. Lecture to be delivered by Professor Ndukwe Osogho-Ajala. The date is the 24th of October by 11 a.m. at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, Victoria Island, Lagos. Register on www.thebls.org.ng. Be there.
We came together as a group for one reason, to have a sustainable place where all the alumni can begin to come together.
I want to say something. We have one of our revered professors in FUTO, Federal University of Technology, Professor Ndukwe. He said something the other day in July. He said there are 3 indices that help development. One of them is knowledge creation. Knowledge creation has to do with what FUTO is exactly doing. But we need more of wealth creators, those who will apply science and technology in creating wealth. And that is where this type of topic is very important. FUTO is now coming up with ideas that will bring up more of wealth creators. People who take the knowledge from the university and transfer it, and that's exactly what China has done, and that's what the world is doing today. The third indices, third part of the thing he said is motive force, and that is talking like a physicist. But simply put, politics. Politics can be used to drive technology, and this is an aspect of technology that our guest speaker is going to dwell on. looking at it from three broad perspectives to see how we can catch up with the rest of the world. So,
okay, that's fine. Let me also buttress something at the last, the motive force we talked about. I remember sometime in 100 level, GST 102. GST 102 was teaching us science, technology, and society. And there's just this part of it that I kept in my head, because for every course that I register, I go to the lecturer and I ask each time, so how useful will this be to me? Why am I learning this? It actually helps me focus on what I need to read and the journals I need to read, because I usually wasn't reading the textbook. It's also part of the things that some of the things that we are going to be extracting. When we say exponential development, it needs to be geometric. It shouldn't be arithmetic again. You don't move step. You just jump. You fly and grab what you need to grab.
Yeah, and there is a recent example. Something happened of recent in the travel industry. Can anybody remember what happened? You know, we have a very popular travel agency that help us carry money all about. Thomas Cook.
Yeah.
Recently, Thomas Cook crashed.
You can refuse to bet it out.
Why did it crash? Because technology has overtaken Thomas Cook. They refused to change. They were still carrying those traveler checks. There's no traveler checks anymore.
Same as
people
Nokia.
carried money in mobile phones. You go to anywhere in the world with your card, you get done. And Thomas Cook was still there, living in the dream world. But eventually, the system could not hold it. It has to crash. And one of the things I want to say here is that part of what we'll be telling the university, the society is moving in such a speed that in 1, 2, 3 years, academic curriculum becomes archaic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, if you don't upgrade, as a matter of fact, the society will always be ahead of the university. Each time I look at it, I say, some of the things that they are teaching now, people that graduate, they will not find job. Because where the society is far ahead of what they are teaching in the university. So it's very important that the university understand that and try to catch up with the speed.
Okay. Just thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Just still on that, you see, when we talk of exponential development now, it's going to give room for something, exponential entrepreneurship. Now, if we come to that, I would like to ask, I want to know, if we get to that level, what do we have currently on ground that the entrepreneur who has this idea can leverage on? The year 3 or year 4 student who has this knowledge in university on development, what do we think we have on ground in Nigeria that they can leverage on to take us to that level?
Thank you very much. I want to bring in a broader perspective to this question so that we can actually be just like people like us are into security. Sometimes you write agreement and we tell you it's not enforceable. You understand? So I want to say something that if you cannot be said to be an entrepreneur, can we, for instance, come and say in Department of Transport, as an institution, how can Lagos State University, for instance, develop, how do they study the transport situation in Lagos and be able to come out with a model that the Lagos State government can buy, private companies can buy and invest in it. The university will benefit
and solve
a problem. That's what education should be all about. Education shouldn't be just to go to library, read books that were written in 13, 600 AD, and you call yourself professor. It just doesn't make sense. The China we talk about, these are people that when they came up with innovations, natural knowledge, they acquired from the environment, the university picks it up and refines it. And after refining it and make it to be successful in the society, it becomes a model. Maybe when they are tired of using that to help their people, they bring it down to us. You start studying something that people are no longer using.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, on a general and final note, I would want us to treat the university now as a private institution. What do we think the government should be doing in terms of policies to help these dreams come true?
It is not government. This is the problem. If the university is getting away from the government, they will never go anywhere. It is not the government. The university has been established. That is a university of technology. That university should be self-funded. As a matter of fact, government funding should be secondary. It's not something that should be looking at.
No, we're talking of policies.
See, what is policy? Do you know the reason why a lot of these big companies, why do Microsoft do certification? Do you know why? Google today, they are doing certification. Why do they do certification? Because people that come from those universities no longer millionaires. They will rather take somebody, certify you, and say, okay, this man is good in this place, we'll give you the job. Why do you think people after graduating, they go to Toyota to learn how to repair their cars? After having all the automobile engineering degrees, not good enough. So all I'm trying to say, policy or no policy, the university should be self-driven to try to catch up with the society and become a driver, such that when you provide a solution and you are running ahead, the government will now create an enabling environment to make that thing succeed.
People will be wondering why I'm so passionate about FUTO Alumni. FUTO as a university gave me an opportunity to pay my school fees while working in the cafeteria. So I am concerned because I want to see a situation where others will benefit from people who graduated from that institution.
It's going to be power packed, and we're asking everybody, go down and register. It's www.thebls.org.ng, and it's going to be power packed. At October 24th, Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, Kofa VI. And after that, time is 11 a.m. And after that, we are going to be having VIP dinner.
Alumni VIP.
An alumni VIP dinner. So, and if a non-alumni wants to be part of it, you give us a call, we'll tell you how to be part of.
How about the in-laws of the alumni? How about the in-laws of the alumni?
Yeah, also.
All right. So much.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Felix, thank you too for being with us, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, on behalf of the technical crew, I really have to say thank you for being part of this program. Once again, I am Joseph Odoekwu, Innovation Hub. Thank you.